Hello, everyone. Happy Monday. How are you guys doing?
Excellent.
Nice.
All good.
How is everyone in the comments doing? Let us know what you are reading. And to start off, what are you guys going to read tonight?
Well, I guess I'm in the next circle, so
Yeah.
I'm very excited because I received my big, huge honking box of Babysitters Club books.
Nice.
I won this in an auction. I'm so excited about it.
That is amazing.
This is the next one I haven't read yet. This will be next. I've also started reading the third book in the Brie Baker Seaside Cafe books. I can't remember. It doesn't have anything to do with something in punishment.
Is it Tide and Punishment?
Tide and Punishment.
That's it. And then I also loaded the next Christmas book because someone keeps twisting my arm. And what's funny is Tide and Punishment.
Don't
flashing through the snow. Like they're both Christmas. Yeah. Even my summer one is Christmas right now. I was like, I give up. I'm just going to go grab my Santa mug. I'm going to throw in a Christmas order. So
I can't believe you'd let Lee talk you into reading all those Christmas books.
I like to pressure people.
Yes, as sweet as Tiffany is, she can be very, very consistent in her pressuring.
Mm-hmm. She can.
I was going to say, of the other three of us, when someone thinks of Christmas cheer, they do not think of me.
Yeah, especially I'm always the one saying ball humbug, so I don't think it was me.
We got a new person today and I told a joke and she looked at me, no joke, it's straight face. She goes, "Are you always like this in the morning?" Like, yeah. She's like, "Please go away."
You're like, "Yep, I am."
Oh, she's going to be your friend that needs coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. Oh, it cracks me up.
What about you, Storm? What are you reading tonight?
Well, I am 91% into The Highwayman by Kerrigan Burns, so I gotta finish this. On my amazing readathon, we went to Rome, and I was like, "Oh, this is like the perfect prompt for me because it has to be a book with romantic elements in it." And since I have the other romance readathon, so I'm like, "Oh, this is the perfect prompt for me. I can just like read all my romances now." But yeah, so I got that one, and then I'll either start My Kind of Christmas by Robin Carr, which is the 18th book in the Virgin River series, because I need to get that one done, or I will work on this one. But I have a question. Okay, everybody, which one should I start next? These are my print options. So I have A Kingdom of Dreams by Judith McNaught. So some old schools in the chat might know this one, and then also this is The Black Lion by Jude Devereaux.
I would go Black Lion because it looks less romantic, but I don't really read romance.
This is medieval. I don't know if this one is or not. I don't know what this one is.
I'd go Jude Devereaux.
But yeah. This one's thinner.
There you go.
I would go Jude Devereaux as well.
Yep, same.
So either one, I've heard really good things about the Judith McNaught one, and I didn't show it, but it has a pretty step back.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I like her hair color. It's pretty. I wonder if Revlon has that.
What about you, Tiffany? What are you reading?
I am reading all the things. No, kidding.
She's reading all the Christmas books.
Better be.
I wish. Okay, so I finished The Truth About Stacy. So I'm just immediately starting the fourth one because I'm going to give up on Sleepover Friends. I loved them as a kid. I'm just not enjoying them like I am the Babysitter Club. And so, yeah. So I automatically checked out the fourth one, which is Marianne Saves the Day. So I'm getting ready to start that. And I am reading The Murder at the Scottish Shire, or Murder or something like that, which is the first book in the Scottish Shire series by Tracy Hall, which is an Amy Marie pick. And then I'm listening to Glimmer of Death, which is an Amy Marie pick, but I'm listening to it. And then I have a romance going.
Why did you say just kidding when you said I'm reading all the things? Because you literally are reading all the things.
You know, it's funny though with the Babysitters Club. You guys are talking about the Babysitters Club all the time.
You're gonna read it.
No, but
I got excited too for a minute.
I see it everywhere now. It's like everybody's reading it.
That's because we want Storm to read it, and we know Storm will eventually get FOMO.
I read the first one.
Tiffany's a big trendsetter.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I went to read it, everybody had checked it out because they're like, "Ooh, Tiff said it." Like there was nowhere
Between
to find
her
it.
and Sarah.
I would like my husband went outside, and so when he comes back in, Sonia, I'm going to ask you to repeat what you just said.
All right. Well, I am going to give you big props on something. I watched your last video you did about inclusion in books and diversity, and thank you for doing that because I kind of got a little choked up even because it's so nice to see such loving, caring people in a community, and Cozy is the place to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you did that. Thank you. This is the very first book I read as a kid that made me feel included. That's why books are important.
Yeah.
And so seeing yourself in books and seeing that representation is important. I'm gonna get off my soapbox because I'm not gonna talk anymore about it.
So thank you.
But I appreciate it because this was the first book that made me feel seen. I read this as a 12-year-old girl.
Wow.
So thank you for doing what you do.
Have y'all seen this toy? But the video of the little Dalmatian puppy watching 101 Dalmatians.
Oh yeah.
No.
He's watching 101 Dalmatians, and he's just like, his face is just like, it's just so funny that like even animals must be able to feel that, because you could just tell he was looking at him thinking that dog looks exactly like me. And I'm sure I don't know if he's necessarily had the same feelings of not being included, but it was just really funny that like he was so enthralled in this, looking at this Dalmatian puppy. It was really cute.
Nice.
Well, thank you for doing that.
Thank you. That was very nice. Very, very nice.
Don't tell too many people I'm nice. Keep that quiet.
It's funny that you said that because when you were messaging me, I didn't want you to feel like you couldn't just ask me a question. I'm like, I hope she knows I'm not mean in real life, just when I'm driving. Like,
you got the RBF when you're driving.
I'm like, yeah, I hope she knows in real life I'm nice. It was just there. Just behind the wheel of a car, then
I understand.
And I don't know if I'm going to read tonight because I want to film a video. I have to edit a video. But if I do, it's going to be Islands of Glass by Nora Roberts, the third book in the Guardians trilogy.
I should edit a video.
Lee,
We'll see how that goes.
I did think of you because somebody sent me a video of this guy having road rage, and he was like, this car like does something, and he's like, hold on, he's like before I can respond, and he calls and he's like, county jail. He's like, what's on the menu for this weekend? He's like, chicken nuggets. He's like, I'll be seeing you in an hour. And then it's like all you see is the rest of the video is like he slams it, and I was like, I mean, it's obviously a fake video. I mean, it was just,
but
I was like,
I like the one where it's got the person's got like the religious one. It's like, holy Jesus, mother. I'm trying to drive it, bless that person as they cut in front of me, and they're doing all that.
My husband is the most chill person in the planet until he gets behind the wheel of a car. And then I'm like, babe, they're not, it's fine. And he's just like,
no, not for me. Lady cut me off yesterday coming out of the splash park. She's doing 16 miles an hour at 25. Like, don't you realize that 25 is the minimum that we start at? It's not below that. And
she cut you off. You cut her. I mean, it was a whole mess.
And then she gets to the corner and she's like waving me around the corner. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go past you because you're going slow as shit. Come on.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mark's laughing at me in the other room. Like, I'm just like, all right, calm down again. It's over.
I hate
I'm gonna ride a road rage
and go like really slow, and it's like you couldn't wait for me to pass first before you pulled out.
Thank you. Thank you.
Goodness.
I feel a road rage cozy coming on.
Well, that other person would get killed. I mean, it's obvious.
Road rage.
Obvious. All right. I'm actually going to not start comments first. I'm going to jump into the sprint, and then we will go back and go through all the comments.
Okay.
Sounds good.
We were Patty.
Oh my goodness.
No one in this square likes to talk, so.
Oh, I just lost everything. Hold on. What did I do?
What are Nora
Technical
Roberts.
difficulties.
Edit
Yeah.
a video in Nora Roberts. I
Yes.
was thinking, that's
Yes.
There it is.
All right. Thank you. Happy reading, everyone.
Happy reading.
reminded me of Lanita
How'd you guys do? The pressure's on you, Sonia, because you're first.
Oh, I was still trying to figure out how to unmute. Well, did you ask what I was reading? Because that's where I didn't hear.
How did you do with your reading? Yeah, what'd you read and how'd you do with it?
I read the Bree Baker Tide and Punishment. I just started it today, and I'm already to chapter 10.
Oh, wow.
So, and I finished up, while I was reading, I finished up my reading journal. These are all the Poppy McAllister books. So I've made poppies and made them appropriate. So I have that
Cool.
and this to finish. And then I'm ready for May. I'm only a couple of months behind.
That's a lot of work, though. You do a lot of work in that. That's amazing.
And I'm wearing, I don't know if you noticed.
Oh, the reindeer.
That's for you,
awesome.
Tiff. There you go.
It's amazing.
How about you, Storm?
I finished my book, so
Nice. Congrats.
Which book was it?
The Highwayman.
What'd you
Would you
rate
rate
it?
it?
3.5 stars. I thought it was okay. It's the first in a series. They're called the Victorian Rebels, and there are, I guess, some people are talking about how it's a little bit darker historical romance, and maybe that's just not my thing. I don't know. The language could be a little rough at times. So
Okay. Well, you finished it.
yeah, I got my points for both readathons. So
There you go. There you go. What about you, Tiffany?
On Superstar. Good for you. Like, clink.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nice.
I worked on the Scottish Shire book. It's interesting because it's since it's a library book, it's one that you can't send to the Kindle. And so now I'm back reading on my phone and I'm like, I wouldn't have known how irritating it was to read on the phone if I had never had the pleasure. I mean, I could read on both. I'm just saying now I'm like spoiled.
Yeah.
now you know it's like, oh, it's like, yeah, every time I get one of those that it's like only on your phone, I'm like,
It's on Audible free too, if you're an Audible member.
It is?
I loaded it for free.
I am an Audible member.
It's in my queue.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There you go.
How'd you do, Lee?
I filmed a video. I filmed a summer book club. Yeah. And then I don't know, read 2 pages of my book. So while you're doing that, I will get into the comments. So Pat said, good evening, everyone. Today has been very hot here in Virginia. High was 95 and heat index 108. Got a little bit of rain, but still hot and humid. This morning was 80 at 7 a.m.
Feel you, Pat.
And Sarah Beth said, I'm reading Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix for the second time. Then when I finish, I'll go back to Lonesome Dove.
Ooh, that's a
Very
good
different
one. I
books.
haven't read that in ages.
Nice. PK says, hi, I'll tune in for real sometime during Sprint, driving in Keo, etc. Reading choice between Beat Worse Than Death by Dolores Gordon Smith, Scavenger Hunt, and Golden Sun by Pierce Brown Garbogust.
Nice.
Nice, yeah. PK, I just got that whole series on my Kindle Paperwhite with the Red Rising series. Don't know when I'll start it, though. And Pat said, I have been fighting with a migraine all day, but trying to read All Fudged Up by Nancy Coco. I'm halfway through it and loving it. Also, Death by Chowder by Donna Waiko Clancy is on KU. All 4 books are on KU. And that's it. Don't forget the thumbs up. Thank you very much.
Very nice, Pat.
And Danielle said, hi, everyone. I'm currently reading 'Twas the Knife Before Christmas, At Home in Mitford, and The Ghost at Dawn's House, which is Babysitter.
Yes.
And Dana said, Pat, I hope you feel better soon. Headaches are no fun. Yeah, and the heat does not help them at all.
No, it just
At all. Kath said, good evening. I'm going to spend the first sprint catching up on review writing. I've let things get a wee bit out of hand lately, and I hate playing catch up.
I do that all the time, and it's like, why do I do that? Why don't I just stop and go review it, and then come back and read it instead of just hop back right into the next book or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Barbara said, hello, friends. I went a little crazy at the library about 2 weeks ago, and now I have 6 books to finish in 2 weeks. Yeah.
You could do it. Sorry for the yawning every 5 seconds, but we had a lot of storms last night, so I didn't get a lot of sleep.
That's me every sprint. I'm like, oh God, this is so terrible. I'm just yawning over here. Amy said, hi, everyone. I'm starting Owl's Well That Ends Well by Donna Andrews tonight. I like that title.
Yay.
And Nadine said, hi, everyone. I'll be continuing A Killer Plot by Ellery Adams, #1 books at the Bay Mysteries.
Nice.
And Barbara said, also, it was also really a trip to Walmart if you don't hear screaming babies or a mom yelling, put that back. I said no.
Hi, Courtney.
Hello. And Tina said, hello, y'all. Tonight I'm going to be starting Chocolate Chip Cookie Murder. I'm really nervous because y'all seem to hate it. LOL.
No.
I haven't read it, so
I'm one that's been, said a lot about this series, but the first 14 or 15 are fantastic. They're great.
Dive right in. Part of that series.
Tips when you read it, it might be better if you make chocolate chip cookies.
There you go.
I mean, it can't.
No, I mean, it just adds to the flavor of the book.
Absolutely.
There you go. Just joking, but not
really. No, Tina, you'll be great.
Amy said, I'm still reading Splintered Bones by Carolyn Hayes. I'm at 55%. I read some on it earlier today.
Nice.
And Jessica Ann said, hello, everyone. I'm reading A Twisted Love Story by Samantha Downing.
Are you liking that one? I've only read one by that author, but I did like it, and I need to read it.
And Alicia says, hello, everyone. Currently reading Kismet Connection, YA romance, just getting into it. And Courtney said, happy Monday. I'm reading Fake Dates and Mooncakes by Shirley.
Oh, I like that title.
I like the title. Yeah, me too.
Barbara, gotta love the parenting at Walmart. Tina said, I have a question. Are there any plans for Nora in November, and when do you plan on announcing it officially? Yes, we are planning on doing a Nora in November. I don't know when.
We usually wait until the month before, so I mean that's usually how whenever you do readathons or something, you usually announce things the month before. So just get all your books all ready and all that kind of good stuff, and then it'll eventually get here.
If you have any suggestions of anything you want to add to the readathon, let us know, because we haven't even thought about it or planned it out. We've just confirmed yes, we're going to do it. So if you have ideas, throw them out there. Let's do it.
There you go.
PK Sarah Beth, I was struggling with Red Rising, and I love sci-fi fantasy. I'm giving it a second shot. We'll see.
Good.
And Cajun said, hi, everyone. I'm reading Murder in a Tourist Town, Tourist Trap 0.5. I didn't know this existed, and I love origin novellas. Well, when done well.
The Tourist Trap series has a novella between every book.
That's what I was going to say. I mean, she could have wrote
that might be an exaggeration, but it's almost
wrote this one way after she's wrote a whole bunch in the series and just went back and wrote one, so because I didn't know there was a 0.5. I
didn't either.
I do know there's seems like there is a 1.5, a 2.5, a 3.5, a 3.75, a
she has a lot of novellas in between.
It's my favorite series. It's the first cozy mystery series I ever read. So it's near and dear, kind of like you and Joanne Flute.
Exactly.
It's your
baby. I like the Tourist Trap series, and you'll have to let us know if I don't normally bank on novellas, except for I know certain authors throw things within their novellas that might be part of the overarching story. I feel like Amanda Flowers, her novellas are sometimes worth reading because they're from the perspective of another character that you don't normally get. In the Amish candy shop, her novellas are from the cousins. Which is really fun. And sometimes there's other, things thrown in, but overall I don't normally read it. However, an origin one I might. So you should tell us how it is.
I don't usually read the novellas unless maybe there's a readathon and I can throw it in because it's quick and easy or something.
There you go. True. Hi, everyone. Tonight I'm reading Chilican Carnage by Kylie Logan.
Yay, I'm so happy because I feel like that's an underhyped series that's pretty good. I like it.
Sherry said, good evening, everyone. Going to be reading Town in a Pumpkin Bash or listening to Y is for Yesterday.
Has my favorite covers of an entire series ever. Love it.
Sal said, hello. I'm going to continue on listening to Survival of the Fritters.
That's Deputy Donut, yes.
Yes.
Mamie said to Sherry, who is the author of Town in a Pumpkin Bash? Sounds interesting.
B.B. Haywood.
Okay. And Timmy said, Cheryl, I love that series. And Annie said, hi, everyone. I'm reading BSC, Maid Mary Ann.
Excellent.
And Anita said, good evening. I'll be reading One for the Books by Jen McKinley.
I love Jen McKinley.
So good to see you, Anita.
Yes. Or was a question, which is better, Kindle Paperwhite or Kindle Fire?
Paperwhite.
I was going to say, that sounds like a Sarah question.
Well, it depends on what you're going to do with it, too. If you're just strictly reading and that's all you're going to do is reading the Paperwhite. But if you want to get on some apps and you want to do things and you want to have that, you want to download like Goodreads on it or something like that, things like that, then the Kindle Fire. But
The Fire, yeah.
the Kindle Fire is going to be a bright light in your face because it doesn't have like the e-ink.
Yes.
That the
It definitely has the glare.
So
Okay.
if you like reading on your phone, a Kindle Fire, because that's kind of the same thing except it's bigger.
Yeah, when I had the Fire, I used that like kind of as a tablet, but I do think that the non-glare was super annoying. So, and I don't have the Paperwhite. I have the Oasis now, so I don't know.
But yeah, the Paperwhite, and it's just like the Oasis. It's got the e-ink
Oh,
or
okay.
whatever.
So
So
it has
it's
that.
like, yeah,
Okay.
easier on the eyes.
Yeah, definitely. Cat Reed says, hi, everyone. I'm listening to Death Checked Out by Leah Dobrinska. Book 1 in Larkspur Library Mystery Series. I'm enjoying it so far, but the murder was emotional for me in this one.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Kitchen said Paperwhite is an e-reader. The Fire is a tablet, so it just depends what you prefer. Jenny said, hi, everyone. I just finished Hummingbird Lake by Emily March. It was a good book, but I really did not care for the heroine, and now I'm feeling blah over what to read next. Well, if you want any recommendations, Tiffany is here for you.
I was if you need, I didn't bring it up. I was going to say if
You didn't need to
What
say
are
anything.
you in the mood for? There might be more than one person that can recommend.
That's very true. That's very true. Agent said, I personally love my Paperwhite. And said, the author is B.B. Hayward. Yep. And Beth said, hello, I'm reading Red, White, and Royal Blue so I can watch the movie. And Anita said, Barbara, Fire can do more and they are cheaper. I use mine as an e-reader and I can also use text to speech.
Oh, nice.
That's why I was like, depends on what you're wanting to do with it.
Yeah. True. And Tina said, the Rome prompt is perfect. I'll probably be doing a lot of sightseeing. And Ginger said, hi, guys. Feeling better. Went to work. Still reading second book in Karina Moss, a Cheese Shop series. Lee, yes, I had the most wonderful time Saturday at wrestling. This Saturday, I'm going again. I'm so happy for you. That's so exciting. And this one's going to be the one that's close to your house, too, which makes it even better.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like local for you.
Look at
And Sherry said, I'm going with the Jude Devereaux storm. And I said, I've heard good things about the Kingdom of Dreams. And Karen said, hi, everyone. Tonight I'm reading Inhibitor Phase, 4th book in the Revelation Space series by Alistair Reynolds, sci-fi.
Nice.
And I said, oh, wait, apparently I read it and I gave it 4 stars. They all blend together. Very much. Tina said, Babysitters Club peer pressure is very real.
Yes, it is.
And she said, I don't read middle grade and I have no interest in children's books, but y'all are so close to convincing me to try it.
I don't have any interest in having children, but I like children's books.
I agree with you there. Probably should have told you that I was close to trying it. I mean, and here's the thing. I don't think it's for everybody. It's a very, I don't want to say like nobody else could like it, but if it was just part of your childhood, it's like that's what you just grew up with, and that it just has a place in your heart. So that's it.
It brought me back to being that age again because we're exactly the same age. I was 12 years old at the same time. So reading it made me remember how, you used the phone from the wall and you didn't use your, you know what I mean? It just brought me back. And that's why I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah.
I read the
forgot that
first
was
one in the
free.
graphic novel. That's why I was saying try the graphic novel.
Yeah,
that's
you can try the
different
graphic
way of
novel.
reading it, so,
True.
Yeah, for a lot of challenges last year, I read some of the graphic novels again because that was also what was only available at my library. So
yeah, that's the same. That's the only way I could get it was graphic.
Yeah. So, Dream said, "Hi everyone. Don't know if I'm reading tonight, but I'm happy to be here." Well, you're
We're
welcome.
happy to
Just
see
chill.
you.
Just chill if you want. Barbara said, "Tiffany, I am not allowed to watch your channel anymore. I may have bought too many books you recommend. I pause and buy. I get a lot of paperback, need to switch to my Kindle. My boyfriend had a talk with me."
Does that make Tiffany a homewrecker?
Yeah, you can't defend yourself.
From now on, her videos are going to say viewers discretion advised.
Yeah, like I need a warning for my foul language. You need one for your book recommendations.
You may buy books.
I cannot be held accountable for any book buying done.
This video may encourage book buying.
Right, right.
Trigger warning.
Trigger warning.
There you go.
Husbands, spouses, partners, significant others may have to speak to you about book buying.
Tell them to leave the room.
Tina said, "LOL, is that true? The speed limit is the minimum. I thought that was the maximum. I thought you were supposed to go under it." That's the law, yes, technically. That's not my world. No. That is the bare.
Go ahead.
That's the bare minimum you should be doing is whatever the speed limit is. I prefer you go 20 miles over that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And have ticket money.
Yeah.
Also,
ticket money.
Also, there was this when I was traveling out west and I saw like North Dakota, South Dakota, the speed limit is 75. I'm like, why don't we have that where I live? I realize there's a lot more people and all that, but 25 is just too low. You need to, if you're a pedestrian, watch out. Like that's it. No, that is the law, Tina. It is the law, but
so
I don't
you need to live where there's the speed limit is like 80 miles an hour.
Or just move to Wyoming where there's nobody.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
I
Somewhere
wish.
where there's no speed limit.
I wish.
I also want to say, Barbara, I feel like there might be something for your boyfriend to also find on the channel. So maybe if you introduce him to the videos, just saying,
He too will be buying books.
Yeah.
Well,
if you get him buying books, then he
counterintuitive.
can't say anything about you buying books.
I'm just saying. But Barbara, actually, it's very flattering, and I regret nothing.
I have no clue how to drive. So then don't listen to me because I am not the one that's following the rules on the road.
God.
Whatever I do the opposite of that.
Staying out of that one.
Yeah, I know. I recognize that it's an issue, but Babysitters Club books are so much fun. Yes, they are. I agree with that. I'm okay with it.
I didn't say a word.
Jessica Lynn said, "Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing well. I will be starting A Colorful Scheme by Krista Davis, book 4 in the Pen and Ink Mystery Series."
That is, I really want to read that one.
Pat said, "I'm going to be taking a pill that makes me very sleepy to help me with this migraine. Happy reading and good night. I hope you feel better, Pat."
I hope you feel better, Pat.
Yeah, she said, "Oh, Tiffany, had a cheeseburger with no bun and steak fries covered in brown gravy tonight. I'm hoping mine stay down. I hope so too."
I hope it stays down too, and that does sound really good.
Yeah.
And Elena said, "Hello, this is my first time on this year's sprint. Hi."
It's so good to have
Elena.
you. Welcome. What are you going to be reading?
She said, "Is Cairo still feeling better?"
He is, and he looks much better. I was really concerned because last night when we went to bed, he was still had quite a few hives. But yeah, he's good.
Good.
Thank goodness. Whew.
Elena says, "Hi, doggy." And Cajun said,
He
"Welcome to
likes
Elena."
attention, so he very much says hello.
She said something happened to Cairo. He had hives, just catching people up. Got shot in Tiffany's on Discord. He was improving.
Yeah.
Kay
I
says,
love
"Hi,
this.
hope everyone is well." Hi, Kay. Said, "Aw, Cairo, I'm glad he's improving." She says, "My first time here."
You're welcome.
And
Hi, Jackie.
Jackie, my first time here too. I'm reading Death by Beach Read by author Eva Gates. Well,
Jackie's my pen pal.
oh, hi, Jackie.
Oh, yeah. Okay, cool.
Oh, she did the video that you put up
Yes.
about the kindness where she interviewed you and the guy. Yeah,
Yes.
that was great, Jackie. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed it, and I subscribed.
Jackie is also a wonderful author. I've arced a couple of her books that she's looking for publishers for. So she's very talented and a very good friend.
Nice.
Welcome.
And she discovered emos too, Tiff.
Jackie, there's nothing like emos. Nothing. So good. It's one of the things I miss about St. Louis. Emos, the Muni, blues hockey. There you
We
go.
went to Fitz's. I took them to Fitz's, and I had gooey butter cake
Oh,
and toasted ravioli and emos. So we had the whole foundation of
that
what
is, that is perfectly rounded of St. Louis. Yep.
we didn't do any hockey though. So
Happens. Cajun says,
Not
"Welcome."
excusable, that happens.
Oh, wow. And Karen said, "Welcome, Jackie. Welcome, Lena." Jackie, Eva Gates, Vicky Delaney is a favorite author. I love the OBX series.
Yes.
Val said,
Jackie introduced me to Vicky Delaney and to Jen McKinley.
Oh, nice.
Good job, Jackie. Those
Yeah.
favorite ones right there.
Very,
Good.
very good taste, Jackie. We approve.
made it to 47%. Really enjoying the book. Danielle made it to 13%. Twas the Night Before Christmas. This got to 23 pages. They said, "Thanks to Cajun, ready for fun always." Ginger, I did not get to read. I played with my dog. That's
Good
still
reason.
perfectly acceptable.
Yes.
Sure, got to 75% of Y is for Yesterday. Nice. Made it to 52%.
Awesome.
Karen, I love Vicky too. She is great. And Amy got 2 chapters read and was letting my fur baby outside. Lena said, "I will find out if I am a winner today for the summer reading challenge by email."
Oh, well, we'll keep our fingers
We had one the
crossed.
other day,
Awesome.
didn't we?
Yeah, there was somebody that won the other day.
Yeah.
A bingo.
Maybe-
Yeah, I think so.
A
I think
bingo.
that's what
So
we were
this is
talking
good
about. Yeah.
luck you're here. Tina said, "Read 3%, ate a mango, worked
Oh,
on my
yeah.
Discord because I'm trying to create one. Updated my profile picture for YouTube. I don't know if it changed yet, but it will soon. I believe that it did change."
Ordered Christy's great idea, and you got it. That perfect.
I find them everywhere. I'll send you one.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that you bought it.
Yeah, now that you have it, of course you're going to find
Now
them.
I find 6. Yeah.
Right.
That's crazy. And the ones for a nickel, that is amazing. I mean, that's
Yeah.
pretty.
There you go. Yeah.
I know. I'm like, man, I want to go to that store. I've seen all those like romance, the Harlequins you got for like, I was like, oh, they're only a nickel. I'd be like, mine.
I have
mine.
some
Right?
vintage yearbooks too from 1949, 1951
Oh, wow.
that are not in great condition, but I'm going to use some of the pictures and stuff for artwork for my journal.
Oh,
That's a great
Oh,
idea.
that's cool.
I'm really excited about that. And they were a nickel a piece.
That is really cool.
Nice. Jackie said Tanya is very helpful with her advice.
I try.
Anita got to 14%.
Nice, Anita.
And Jackie said, "I adore Ellery Adams' Bay series."
I adored it until that last book. I'm still a little bit, you can tell. And that's been several years since I read that.
She's kind of bitter about it.
Right? Just a little. And Kate just said, "Oh, yeah, she wrote the 0.5 novella after the series had been going for a while.
Yeah,
That's why they are good, though. All the characters are established."
True.
And Kay said, "Had dinner and read a couple chapters." You might not know that Tiffany's here, so you have to say what you had for dinner.
It's true. I do need to know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Cajun said, "We get to see how she met Miss Emily and also Greg. It was
Oh.
very good."
Okay.
Well, that's also the good part about having done the series already. You can kind of go back and fill in those things that you would want people to know, type of thing.
True.
Tina said, "I don't have any November ideas, but I'm just so excited. I think about it every day. I just cannot wait." So
That's
we'll jump
awesome.
on with Mel, and we'll start to get some ideas going, because Mel is also our other Nora Roberts. reader.
She is.
PK said Kindle Fire isn't great for reading glare on screen. True. And Jessica Ann said, at Storm, I have only read one by this author, For Your Own Good, and I really enjoyed that one. This one I am intrigued in so far, and I am 120 pages in.
See, I haven't read that one that you've read, but I read the very first one, like her debut novel, and I thought it was pretty cool. I think that's My Lovely Wife. I think it was what it was.
Okay.
It was pretty cool.
Karen said, personally, I like the Paperwhite better, but I like the e-reader better than the tablet.
Gotcha.
And Annie said, I have Kindle Fire 7, and it has a low light feature for night, but you can schedule it for the whole day. It can be pretty dark. Interesting. Amy said, I'm all for my iPad for reading. I have Kindle, Barnes & Noble Nook, and iBooks all on one device.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If you can like a regular tablet, that's okay. But like the Kindle one, you can't put Barnes & Noble. You can't do that. You can't even do the like Adobe. I think it's the Adobe Digital.
Yeah.
You can't put that on there. You can only do like the Kindle books because it's Amazon, and they're not going to let you put anything else on there.
Right. True.
But if you have an actual tablet, then you can put all of them on there, and that would be handy. Yeah, I would like to have just a regular tablet.
True. Jackie said, yes, the Babysitters Club peer pressure is real. I've been getting it from a source myself. I wonder who that might be.
Now we know who the source is.
Tiffany. She pressures everybody.
Let's blame it on Tiffany Day. We'll just do that.
Halo.
I am guilty.
With her little horns up there.
Yep. Jason, first time here and agreed. I love children's fantasy books, but I have none. Me and my niece are going to start Fablehaven today. Well, welcome.
I read Fablehaven this year, the very first book, and I enjoyed it. It was a little slow to start, but after it got, into it, it was pretty cool.
I have a suggestion for children's fantasy that I think is fantastic, and we don't hear about it a whole lot, and it's a whole series. It's Poppy by Avi, and if you have a child, the readability is between second grade and I'd say fifth or sixth grade. It could go either way. But it is really a great story about a mouse and her journey through life. And there's a whole series of them. But the first one's called Poppy, and the author's name's AVI. Avi is the name.
Okay.
I think you sold Storm, if nobody else, because Storm has a thing about mouse.
I was going to say she loves
Storm has lots of series.
I used to read it to my students every year, and it would just start this whole house of cards. What they wanted to read the whole series.
Oh, that is awesome.
But the readability is a little high for younger kids, but it's such a good story. It really is a great story.
Nice.
See, she's looking. Storm's. You stole. I'm telling you, Storm is putting it on
right
now.
Oh, it's got a cute little mouse.
That's it. You got her now. That's it.
Yeah.
Storm, how many mouse series have you read?
I don't know.
3. I think 3.
Yeah, several.
Yeah, there's been several that I have read.
Well,
She
that
has
is
a boyfriend named Ragweed who wears an earring, and he ends up getting an owl gets him, and she finds the earring. It's
now,
very
on here. It says that Ragweed is number 1.
Yes, Ragweed is the first. I think in the series, I think it's Ragweed then Poppy,
And then
but Poppy was the one I read first.
Oh.
That is awesome.
Amy
I'm
said,
an older gal.
you're gonna get it. I know you are. Plus, I have come back. Plus, I have Libby and Hoopla on my iPad as well.
Yeah.
I'm trying to use my library more for ebooks.
Nice.
Makes sense. Agent said I can put Libby books on my Paperwhite, not Hoopla, though.
Yep.
And Karen said, I've been enjoying Libby on my Kindles as well. And Jackie said, Tiffany can't even defend herself when being accused of enabling a book hoarder. She cannot.
I throw my hands up and say, welcome to the party.
Yeah, she doesn't care. She's not even apologizing for it.
Like, sorry, not sorry.
The law.
If I'm going to enable somebody in anything, let it be reading. That's what you should tell. See, that was perfect. That's what you should tell your boyfriend, Barb. You say, Tiffany's enabling me in reading.
Tell him you could have worse habits than buying books.
Thank you. There are a lot of worse things you could be telling.
That's what I'm saying. If I'm going to be enabling, let it be in a book pusher.
That's very true. Very true. Cajun said, ha ha ha, that's the law technically, while encouraging the 9 driver to speed once she does. Tina, don't follow any rule, anything that I do on the road. Do not follow me. That's it. I've now put it out
Read
there.
your manual.
Lee's videos are gonna come up like what not to do on like driver's ed. It'll be just like clips. Of,
Pretty
like,
much. Pretty much.
I'm totally kidding. I don't know.
Anita said, Lee, you're making people from New Jersey sound like speed demons. No, let's also put out there, Anita is not a speed demon. Anita does not want to be driving in front of me. Anita follows the laws. That's true. Ginger said, love Tiffany's recommendations, and there is nobody to tell me to stop buying books. There you go.
Yes, Ginger.
And Cajun said, it occurs to me this group is not encouraging savings. Tiffany forcing people to buy books and Lee causing people to have speeding tickets to pay. Pretty much. When you put it like that, I mean, yeah.
But I do encourage all of us to use our library for the books.
So do I.
And
So
find
do I.
those free audibles if you're an Audible girl.
There you go.
Yes,
You're
and
Audible
I got the first. Thank you very much because I did not know that was on Audible, so I got it on Audible. But yes, I encourage everybody to use their library, and there's some libraries that you can purchase.
That's true.
That give you great savings in the long run.
Yes, they do.
Yes.
Tide and Punishment, this series, 2 and 3 are on Audible for free too.
Oh, nice.
So anybody who's reading that series, I think everyone had said they're in, like they've been in a different stopping spot. You might be able to get it for free on Audible.
Once
I
you
think
finish
I'm
that,
gonna
we'll be at
try-
the same spot.
Okay.
I think I'm going to try to do a video about the cozy mystery series that are available on Audible that are on the Plus catalog. So I see a lot of like Kindle, like what's available on Kindle, but I think I'm going to do like an Audible Plus, but like specifically for the cozy series that are on there.
There's a lot of skeleton series, the very first one.
Perry. Yeah.
He's the first 2 are free on Audible too, if you're an Audible member.
The Kitty Couture, the whole series is on there.
Yes.
Totally not related to cozies, but Bram Stoker's Dracula, performed by Alan Cumming and Tim Curry, is also part of the Audible included.
Well, that's the one that I listened to when I had Audible.
I adore Alan Cumming.
I was about to say, I have no interest in
Adore
listening
him.
to Dracula because I don't want to be scared, but I really like him.
Oh, I love him. Alan and Miriam.
Well, somebody had pointed out that those 2 were narrating it, and Marcus is like, "Can you get that?" I'm like, "Oh, look, it's free. Yeah, we can. Sure." So now he can listen.
I do. I love Tim Curry, but I was never a big Alan Cumming.
Oh, I
There's
love
also
him.
Simon Vance, which I know I've listened to other things by him. I just don't remember what now.
He also hosted the murder mystery show that was
Yes.
on recently, the
Mhm.
Traders. I think it was called the Traders.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes,
He was the host. He was fantastic.
I agree. All right, guys, we're at 8:33. You want to do another sprint, and then we'll come back and continue?
Sure.
Sounds good.
Oh, no, I just messed up again. Here we go.
I was just reading Cajun's comment there at the bottom, and it cracked me up.
All right, happy reading.
Thank you.
Happy reading.
How'd you guys do with your sprints?
I didn't read much. My nephew came over and was mowing grass, and they start school tomorrow. So kind of talked to him a bit, and he had to give me a big sweaty hug before he left. So so excited about that.
I was like, she did another outfit change. I like this.
I tend to do well. The sweater was getting a little warm when I was outside with him, so I was like, I'm just gonna put my light shirt back on.
Did he ask you why you were wearing a Christmas sweater?
He did. His parents are in Sarasota right now.
Oh, that's so close to me.
Is it really?
Oh, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes.
Is it really? Wow, that's funny because Tina keeps telling me I need to come. I need to go with her the next time they go to Sarasota. Now I have another reason besides the beach. I'm mom this week, and thus far, we've had a car accident, we've had a dog that had to go, we've had all these things, and it's like I got to get them to the first day of school tomorrow, and they're 16. I have 6. They're twin nephews. They're 16. So they take care of themselves, but still, being a mom is hard. You moms out there, mad props for you. I've been doing for a week, and I already need alcohol, and I don't drink. So.
She's like, this is the reason.
You're on mute.
Yes.
I went through 2 cousins of mine that pretty much lived at my house while they were teenagers. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I just skipped to the teenage years and I'm done. So I don't.
I love the teenage years. Honestly, they're so funny. They're so fun. They're such good kids.
They eat you out of house and home.
They do. He does. He's 6'4" and about 270 and plays football.
Wow.
I mean, he's big and he's not fat. I mean, he is like, he can knock me on my tuchus and I am not small. So he is very, and he loves to eat. Like he had a snack here. I made him some tea. He likes cooking. I like to feed people. So, but yeah, it's a hard to mom.
The snack after the snack, then
yes,
another snack.
He had about 3 Nutri-Grain bars on his way out. Yeah.
There you go.
So, I just worked on editing my wrap-up video. So.
Okay.
And I think to myself, Stormy, quit being so rambly. You talk too much about
No.
Cut it off. I'm listening to myself back. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is it's 50. It's like 50 minutes or whatever.
That's the one thing I think that's keeping me from doing YouTube is because I don't know how to cut all that stuff out. Like I don't know how to edit. I don't know how to do any of that.
Depending on what,
Do you have a Mac?
Yeah.
No, I don't have a Mac. I have a PC, just a PC.
What is your phone?
iPhone.
You're good.
I do editing on my phone, and it's an iPhone, and there's a free editing on Apple called iMovie, and that is what I use. So I
have
can
an
show
old
you.
iPhone.
No, I can show you.
It's been around forever, and honestly, it is very easy. I regret that I waited so long to edit videos.
If I figured it
It
out,
really is easy. It really is easy.
I should be a spokesperson for. If I handled it for tech, anything in tech, that it should just be my face. If I can do it,
If Tiff can do it.
And then you don't have to worry. Like even Storm saying about being rambly, but that's your personality, and that's us hearing what you think. Don't feel like you have to cut out every and just put it in and just go with it. Like if you mess up, laugh about it and just move on. That's it.
I leave in some of my parts, like where I said, I don't know why I can't ever remember the book, the name or the character's name, but then I'll cut out like the looking for it part because I'm like trying to look for the name. And I
think that makes it genuine. I mean, when you have that, when I want to watch a YouTuber, and a lot of people watch them because they're lonely, or it's like they're watching a friend they see every time they post or whatnot. And sometimes you become friends with those people. Yeah. And so I think that's like organic, you kind of, if it's too perfect, it's almost like you're watching a presentation or.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Well, it's like, I'm like, some of those people, I'm like, how on earth do they memorize what that book is about? Because I cannot do it. I have to look at the computer and read off of the computer, like what the book is about.
That's how when I first started, I would like keep my head perfectly still. I'd move my eyes over here. All right, memorize. Okay, come back, say it.
Mm-hmm.
okay, keep my eyes there for like a weirdo, and then all right, go back over, memorize it, and say it again. And it's like nobody has time for that. Just do it. That's it.
But
You know,
you're
you're
all
looking.
those things that y'all that we maybe think are part of our videos. No one else sees it but us. Like, I
Exactly.
could never watch one of your videos and be like, "Oh my gosh, Lee's video looks like she's."
And like there's sometimes when I'm trying
I
to
thought
think
they were
about,
great. They're fantastic.
I'm like, oh, phooey, what was the book about or whatever? And I'm like, look down really close at the what
And
I
I
have
know those
open.
people. I'm really there to hear about the books and what people are sharing about the books. So like, I don't need all the crazy editing. I mean, I think the people that do it, it's awesome. Don't get me wrong. I mean, and I think it's a lot of work, but like, if people do none, like I just want to hear about the books that they're reading, you know, or whatever it is I'm tuning in for. So
Storm, I went and grabbed my Poppy series so you could see the covers of them. So there's Poppy and Rye, Eurith's birthday, and then Ragweed and Poppy.
Oh, so cute. So cute.
Yeah.
I like the pop cover.
I grabbed some children's books because I think in the chat someone's asking about, younger stuff. I have suggestions.
that's awesome. And I just want to say I'm gonna make a prediction that Saturday Storm's gonna be reading Ragweed. I got the sprint on Saturday. I hope so, but I just have a feeling.
It should be
Well,
for
right at
libraries.
this moment, it might not fit in my readathons, but
She has to be worried about her points right now.
yes.
And it has romance in it because Ragweed and Poppy are an item.
Aw,
There we go.
there you go. How did you do, Tiffany?
I watched a whole YouTube video of
We're all doing
Jess
a lot
from
of
Peace
reading.
Love Books. I watched her. What'd you say?
We're all doing a lot of reading.
A successful reading sprint.
Yes.
There you
Yeah. So from Jess from Peace Love Books, I watched her newest video. I really like her.
And I had dinner, tacos, and I started watching your video, Tiffany.
Oh, thank you.
And I was very happy that it started with Vivian Chen. So I'm like, yes.
There's an audiobook for Ragweed on my.
I love it. I love it.
I know, it's awesome.
She's going to just be able to fit it in real quick. That's it.
It's only 5 hours. I can do it.
See?
Yeah. It probably would fit into some prompt if you worked hard enough to make it work.
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah.
Well, that's
I
the
love
one thing
mouse
about
books.
the amazing readathon. You don't know what your prompts are going to be until you get to the next station. So it's like, oh, do I try to start this or do I wait and see if it's going to pop up on a prompt? Everybody's trying to guess what the next prompt is because evidently there's supposed to be like clues and some of the host is like videos that they do. Yeah, okay, I'm never going to figure it out
Really?
because
Yeah.
I'm like watching them, and I'm like, I'm watching them talk. I'm not looking to see what shirt they're wearing. Or
Right.
If
They
they're
had a
drinking
little pin with an eye. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, let me get back into. Come on.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. We are glad he is much better. I was really dumbfounded, I guess, that like I'd never used an urgent care for a pet before, or if I have, it's been quite a while. I was really surprised at how much it was. I mean, it was a Sunday and all those things, and I was a little disturbed by it because, in the end, all he needed was a shot, which he needed, but don't get me wrong. And I thought, Kevin and I are lucky enough to be able to afford it, but I would hate to think that someone couldn't do that for their pet when it was just a shot. But the amount of money was like, it was,
those urgent care or emergency vet things they're costly.
Yeah, it made me very sad. Well, it was the only place open on Sunday. It just, my vet doesn't have those. It just made me sad to think that somebody might not be able to help their pet because of money for just something that's just a simple solution, like the shot they gave them. That's really sad. I was a little disturbed by that, saddened. So
Glad that he's getting better. Said, Sonia, you're sweet. The show of my podcast. I'm super happy you liked the episode.
it was fantastic.
Kay said, that was me. I won the gift basket with a book and
Yeah, I
coffee
knew
and
somebody. Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
And it seems that I just subscribed to you, Jackie.
Yay.
And I did just see my subscriber count went up by quite a few people. So thank you to everybody that just subscribed. I appreciate it.
Oh, awesome.
And Jessica Lynn said,
Sorry.
Under pressure.
do you need an eye? Do you need an eye?
Speaking of that Tiffany pressure, right?
Mhm.
It's for real.
Mhm. We have a panel. I'm sorry, you might have said it and I missed it on Discord here. The Pen and Ink series is great book 4. Is the last one out right now. Not sure if there will be more.
Jessica Lynn, I do not have a YouTube channel as of yet. I am doing a little research,
But
and
she's gonna start practicing, and then she's gonna practice editing, and then she's gonna
Right.
video.
I'm going to get really. I'm going to do everything really well, and then maybe put it together. I do have TikTok and Instagram by the same handle, Sonia with an I, that I do all of my bookish type things with. So if you want to go there, I'd love it.
There you go. And then I said, continuing to read the book Man Dead Style Dangerous Type Mystery number 2 by Paige Selton. Great history about electric typewriters and the U.S. $10,000 bill.
Yeah.
Kay said it was cool, but because I never win anything.
Oh, congratulations. That's so awesome.
I always tell the story about how my sister, we worked at a bingo hall for years. My sister won bingo every time. If we would go to the casinos, my sister won every time. I played penny slots one time, won $20, and she was mad at me, even though I used the $20 to buy her lunch.
Oh,
I was like, petty party of one, April. Come on.
I won a tin of some. I think they were CDs. Yeah, I think it wasn't cassette tapes back then. I think it was CDs, but off the radio station, like somebody like call in, try to. But I'm so shy, and like the guy's asking me questions, or whatever it is, and he's like, and so what channel did you, what radio station is it that and I couldn't think.
You couldn't think of that one.
I was like, oh my gosh.
You're like,
people are gonna. He's like, just say KNE.
He's telling you.
I won the coolest thing I think I ever won was my name in a book that was written. And I wasn't even killed. I was a sassy black lady that was the grandpa's girlfriend. And I loved it. I absolutely
that is awesome. What book? Tell us.
By Suan Jafarian, and it's called Zelda. Something with Zelda. I will go grab it really quickly because I can't. Something about Zelda, and I don't remember, but I have it. And she sent me a copy, and it was really cool.
That's cool.
So I'll be RP and I go grab it real quick.
Okay.
That is awesome.
Jessica said, I love the Deputy Donut series. It's so good. I'm all caught up on that series. It's so
It is
good.
good.
Daniel said, Tina, is your local library part of the Kentucky Library's Unbound system? If so, you can get the Babysitters Club ebooks from there.
Look at that. Peer pressure on that.
Yes, Barbara.
Oh, did I start the Babysitters Club with Sophia? She was telling Grandpa about it. I told she needs to start with the picture. Cracked me up. Start with a picture. It cracked me up.
Yes.
And then Kate just said, hot. Jill about sleuthing with Miss Emily. It's like the Rockford Files meets the Golden Girls.
I need to read that.
Yes.
You want to show the book?
Oh, yes. It's called Finding Zelda.
Oh, cute cover.
And it's contemporary fiction, but it's humorous. It's humorous contemporary fiction, and it's about Zelda and her kind of a journey through her life at this time. She has some struggles.
What's it have to do with a rabbit?
Because she is made to. Her mother has some problems. She's very controlling, and as an adult, I think it's Thanksgiving, she has to wear a bunny outfit. Zelda does. Because her mother thinks it's so precious, and everybody kind of caught it. It's really a funny, very funny story.
Very Christmas story of them.
I think it was Thanksgiving, or it might have been. It does remind me of a Christmas story.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It might have been Easter that she has to wear it. I need to reread this, honestly. But I remember laughing out loud many times.
That is awesome.
In case we had hot dogs on the grill, trying to make the most of the rest of summer.
Nice.
There. Nita said, Storm, there is a way to place the Nook and other apps on the Kindle. They have videos on YouTube.
I might have to look at those. I bought like stuff from Barnes and Noble like a long time ago, but yeah, I don't have a Nook, so I've never read them. They just sit there in space somewhere.
Right, you're like somewhere. Yeah. Jessica Lynn said, my sister had all the BSC books. They were handed down to me as well as the VC Andrew books at the time. But I was 10, but I only read the BCS books because I was hooked. Just never read the mysteries or the super specials.
VC Andrews, man, that's a blast from the
Right.
past.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I read all those.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that crazy to think they were in our school libraries, like our
Yeah.
elementary
School
They
library.
were my,
I
yeah,
feel like
elementary
flowers in
school
the
libraries.
attic. Let's encourage incest.
In element, I mean, yeah.
And the problem was that the book had the cutout, so it made it more intriguing that you wanted to read them because it had the cool cover.
Right. It was just like, oh, this is romantic. And I'm like,
No,
no.
it's not.
I never read VC Andrews. So.
No, I'm surprised.
That's romantic.
No,
No, I read Stephen King around that period, and I didn't read VC.
I read that too.
Mm-hmm. Amy said, I have read the first 2 books in Fablehaven this year. It's such a great series so far. I need to read more in that series.
Nice.
And Kay said, a children's fantasy series I like, so did my boys, was The Lost Years of Merlin by T.A. Barron. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. Jessica said, children's fantasy are a favorite of mine too. I'm recently in the middle of the Upside Down Magic series, and it's so good. I'm on book 5, I think.
This is a really good magic. Nevermore is a really good children teen story. Very kind of Harry Potter-esque, but very interesting, very good. Also, this is one of my favorites. Every kid needs to read this.
What is that?
Oh, that's
Howl's
Howl's
Moving
Moving
Castle.
Oh, got it. Okay.
One of my favorites is Casper Talk in the Everdark Wings. I think Everdark Wings by Abby Elphinstone. It's like a trilogy, and yeah, it's really cute.
Nice.
Jay said, my niece is hard to find for because she's 10, but reads at a college level. So we wanted to give it a challenge. I'll look into it. It's hard to be that young and read at a higher reading level and also keep the content appropriate.
That was one of the reasons I was reading Stephen King way too young, because I was reading at 4. And fortunately, my kindergarten teacher was my aide when I was teaching, and she would tell all my second graders she would have to go to 3rd grade to get books for me in kindergarten. So, I have memories of that, and it is hard to find appropriate at a higher grade level.
And I just snuck my mom's books because she left them laying around.
Yeah. Well, I read a lot of smut too, because that was lying around.
Well, that's the too. Like I was reading like the Harlequins and like when I was 16 and things like that, because she had them, and I'm like, oh, what's this?
Yeah.
See, I read a lot of the true crime because that's what my mom had. So I was.
And I had a huge true crime phase whenever I was around 16, 17. Everybody thought I was weird at school because I would bring my, Jeffrey Dahmer book to school.
Yeah. Just a regular day. That's it.
I was reading Jackie Collins, Sandra Brown, Sandra Brown, Danielle Steele, Sidney Sheldon. Way too young to be reading those things.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Yep.
Jackie said, Tina, thank you so much for checking me out. The Giving Thanks episode with Sonia is a delight.
It was really good.
Did you guys say what the podcast name is for anybody that didn't?
Yeah, I was going to ask. I didn't know what that.
It's called Jackie Just Chatters.
Okay.
And I can Jackie, put that in the chat if you want to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. She the one that has where Sonia was a guest, she put in the Discord under YouTube videos. That's where I found it.
Oh, okay.
It says like acts of kindness or acts with kindness or something like that.
Wait, you looked somewhere else for a video?
I did add it to the Discord just to kind of, to talk about it and promote it.
Yeah.
But it is a really good story. And I will be a guest again on hers, but it'll be a much different theme. It'll be about my time as a burlesque dancer. So,
No way. That is so cool.
yeah,
Nice.
Oh, that is so cool.
I have a big theater background, so that's
You just
I knew.
just a Tiffany buzzword right there.
That's what I was like. Uh-oh.
guess why we're besties.
There you go.
See?
There you go. Tina said, "Oops, I was supposed to turn the oven on half hour ago, but it's on now. Potatoes and broccoli are in there."
I have done that before. I thought I was cooking something, and I go to check on it, and it's sitting over here, and the stove is going.
Yeah,
I forgot to put it in my air fryer, and I'm like,
Have you ever put crock pot in the morning and think you turn the crock pot on, and then you get home after work and it's like,
no.
Yep. Been there.
Jay said it could be drugs. Books are better. You're
Yep.
absolutely right.
That's what I always tell my family. Because they're like, you books again?
Buying books make me happy, so it makes Tiffany happy.
It does
Okay,
make me
that would be really cool, Tiffany. I could use a list for books, including on Audible.
nice. Good.
And Cajun said Alan Cumming and Tim Curry. Okay, I need someone's phone number so I can call when I get scared, but I want to listen to this.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I can't listen to it because I'm like you. I wouldn't be able to sleep, and I like that. I like sleep, but I would think that would be fantastic. Like, why can't they do Peter Rabbit? Like Alan Cummings and Tim Curry do Peter Rabbit. That would be amazing.
I can't hear Tim Curry with Peter Rabbit though. I mean, Alan Cumming to me could read the phone book and I would be fine with it. I love him, but I don't know.
Well, maybe like Judy Blume or something. Just give me something.
Well, I just suggest, get with your hubby or your partner or whatever and make it a snuggle night and listen to it so they'll be there when you get scared, unless they're a big scaredy cat too.
I feel like Kevin would scare you.
Yeah,
He
that's the problem.
would probably
That's the
put his
problem.
arm around her and go,
Yeah. Y'all know him too well.
The Traders was a hoot.
It was good. I did like it.
Jay said, I'm doing an editing sprint on my own novel. Finished 2 books this weekend, and I'm starting another tonight. That's excellent.
You should tell us
what
about
do
your
you
novel.
write? Yeah.
Yep. Tell us what your books are, what they're about.
Mm-hmm.
Jackie said, it's raining here while I read. How delightful. What is your reading weather like?
Hot.
How delightful makes me miss Sarah. She's not.
Yes, Sarah's
very
very delightful. It's delightful.
I love to read any sort of weather, but rainy weather makes me want to read.
I read less, I think, in snowy weather because my hands are cold and I can't hold that stuff.
See, I think I read more when it's like cold out because I buried myself inside. That's why,
Well, if our house wasn't as drafty as it is and it would actually get kind of warm, it wouldn't be so bad. But
I build a fire in the fireplace, light some candles, grab something hot to drink. I'm going to read all night.
I want fall, windows open, breeze coming through. That's it.
you end that
Which I
all
mean,
year round though.
That could be except for summer. That could be all year round for me. Karen said it, Jay. The Belgriad series by David Eddings would be good for advanced readers who like fantasy. Oh, very
awesome.
good. And Karen, her age is a concern, though. I'm seeing conflict information for age. Some say 9, others say 12 to 15. And PK said, Karen, yes, an excellent series. Of course, newer if they haven't done Harry Potter yet. Younger age reader could start with The Book of 3 by Lloyd Alexander.
Yeah.
And PK said, also Redwall by Brian Jacques.
I love Redwall. Love it.
And Jenny said, now that the Nora November was brought up, I hope you guys plan to do a Debbie December also. 2 fantastic authors to end off the year. Absolutely.
Debbie December.
Yes. I already said I got my series September, Nora November, and Debbie December planned out.
Awesome.
And Jay said, I'm making lists. Thank you. She was a big fan of the School of Good and Evil, and she is tearing through the Narnia series now. Okay, very good.
Nice.
And Karen said, I can see the 12 to 15 age range because Garion is 15 in the book. It is on the level of YA. Back before YA. I will say that there's a little teen angst, but it's very clean. Agent said an angel book needs to be a prompt for Debbie December for sure. Yes.
My favorite series by her.
PK said, I was hoping to host a spy versus spy September, but may need to wait until next year. Lots of cozy romances would qualify too. Just a thought.
That is a fun idea.
You can.
I'm doing seconds in September. I have too many first books that I've read, and
Yes,
I need to get to the second.
That's a great idea too. Seconds in September, spy versus spy. There is, you know what, you can, if it like a lot of things overlap, where, you know, I'm sure out of all the seconds that Storm has to read, something could also apply to spy versus spy. I'm just saying, so like there's enough, there's that, I think that would be a great idea, PK.
I call September Sonia September because it's my birthday month.
There you go. See?
And that means that Sonia just reads whatever she wants. Right?
I read whatever the heck I want to.
That's right. That's
PK,
right.
though, I would say if you wanted to make that something and you could get it together this week and put a video up, you still have time to get it out and people can get like their TBRs together.
Mm-hmm.
You still have the time.
If you decide to do it, let us know because I will say something about it like in a video or something.
You can mention it on our channel.
I think people would like that idea. So let us know.
Yeah. 54% at Karen, thank you. I'm just going to kind of go through the percentages pretty quickly.
Yeah, that's fine. You can skip those.
Yeah. 28, 78. I didn't read, but watched Tiffany and Sarah's videos.
Thank you.
Maybe because I had 10 at a time, but working at the children's home cured me of wanting children.
20 years of teaching did that for me too.
That's why I do live shows. No editing at all. Wow. More time for reading. Wow.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. That is, I mean, I know we're chatty, and I like that, but I like that PK's like no nonsense. It's like, read your comments. Okay, we're back to sprints. It's like, all right, you can get something done here. Yeah. I like them both. Tina said, I'll edit on iMovie on my iPad. Easy to learn. It really is.
I think the lives get harder as you get more popular and you have more people hanging out on your lives because then you have more comments. Because like I don't know how some of the ones that like have like 200 or 300 people watching them and they have like the comments are just going like this, you know, and
yeah, you have to kind of pick and choose. I
guess. I was gonna say they just have to like pop. I see them pop them up while they're talking to the other people.
Yeah.
That way, I mean,
that's my issue is I don't want to pick and choose. I want everybody to feel, you know what I mean? I'm just saying for me, I want, you know, and so, yeah.
Well, that's why I feel like if I have to cut anything out, I'm just going to cut out like what
the percentages of reading. Oh yeah.
So we can get back to the conversations.
Yeah. Totally agree.
And sometimes if people are having a conversation between themselves and it doesn't pertain to anything that I kind of skip over those.
Right. Yeah. True. PK said, also, I can't stand seeing or hearing myself real life book thoughts. We like you, Storm. We really like you.
Well, thanks.
We do really like you, Storm.
And Tina said, my only issue is that the storage on my iPad can't hold anything more than 25 minutes of vlogs.
Gotcha.
And I also really like the authentic parts when you're messing up or saying something or whatever.
Yeah.
Nanny said at Cajun, me too, taking care of 12 kids all day, and I was done for the day. Also, I had a job in baby care 4 at a time.
Whew.
Working as a manager at McDonald's cured me of wanting to have kids because I told them they'll just grow up to be like you.
I did all the birthday parties at McDonald's when I was in college, going to be a teacher. Yeah. I don't know how I got through that.
And I do children's church twice a month. And I do 6 and 7-year-olds, and yeah, that's enough kid. That's enough kid right there.
I just never wanted kids. Even when I was little, I wasn't like, let's play house or let's play dolls. I'm like, no, let's play President of the United States or
let's play school. Else. That was me.
Yeah, something else. Yeah, it was. I never wanted to play anything with kids. Tina said, you care about those little imperfections, but people really don't. You don't have to edit out every
Yeah, totally.
Jackie, this group is really reminding me of a book club I was part of. We talked about books for 10 minutes, maybe she meant. 10 to 20 minutes. Then we spend an hour and a half of gossiping to one another. Pretty much. Pretty much.
Totally true. Nailed it.
I like it. It's like hanging out with buddies.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Exactly. Kaden said, Tiffany, I agree about the emergency vet. There's one that has a fund for people in need, which is a nice thing.
good.
Also, people can donate to it too.
Yeah,
Yes, the vet prices can be upsetting.
Yeah, I had to take out a credit card to pay for Dresden when she had to have her surgery. So,
yeah.
My husband and I are also lucky, but it's very expensive. Yes. Thank you. Oh no, here we go. Come on. Son, I'll be willing to be a guest on your YouTube channel. I love you that much.
Yes, Jackie. Yes, Jackie. Join the force, Jackie.
keep at her, Jackie.
Like you already have a readathon planned, interviews planned. It's set itself up already.
Look at Jackie peer pressuring you like that, Sonia.
She does that. She's so bad about that.
You guys.
She's Christy in the Babysitter Club. I tell her, you need to read it because you're Christy.
Oh, Jackie, I'm half Christy too, so don't feel bad.
I'm Claudia. She's Christy.
There you go. That's me. I'm half and half, Claudia and Christy. There you go.
Oh, nice.
Tina said, my dog who passed away in July was put down because he couldn't afford his emergency surgery. There was other reasons, but that was one of them.
I'm so sorry, Tina.
Thank you, Jessica.
Just follow.
I hope you're not disappointed.
No.
Sorry about your dog.
No.
I'm going to get off now. Thank you for the sprints, ladies. Good night, everyone. Have a good night, Amy. And Kay said, one of my favorite classes in college was Children's Lit. It was a fun class.
That's one of my favorite classes to teach.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And Jessica Lynn said, Amari and the Night Brothers and the Keeper of the Lost Cities is good fantasy middle grade for older kids, maybe to try those too.
I do like Amari and the Night Brothers.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Jackie just chatters to anyone. Thank you to anyone who takes a look. Thank you for the Rex. Why is this messing with me today? Come on.
You know, StreamYard has been kind of wacky. Nicole from the Dusty Book Sniffer has problems all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes like her comments disappear and then she doesn't have them to look at, so she doesn't know what anybody said because they disappear. Like when she comes back from a reading sprint or whatever.
Oh, they're not there.
Yeah, they're not there.
Jessica said, as well as the Pinch of Magic series by Michelle Harrison. And Kay said, my oldest son's teacher asked him, why are you letting him read Stephen King? And all I heard was, why are you letting him read? That would not give him anything at his reading level. I had King and romance novels. I figured King was the better option for an 8-year-old.
If you're having conversations with him about the content of the book and the text of it, and you know your child well, and you're being, I don't see there being a huge, unless there's a lot of it that's could be impactful because of the terror part of it. But if you're having those conversations with them,
my problem is I think it desensitized me from things. Now horror books now I find them boring. I don't find them scary. They're just books with, a little bit of a scare tactic, but I'm like, oh, that's supposed to be scary, but I'm not scared.
Right.
But also people are interested in different things. There's different reading levels. There's different maturity levels.
Right.
And some things people might not be interested. Like I'm sure a 10-year-old boy wouldn't be into a romance book as much as a 10-year-old girl would, all that plays into it.
Yeah, like I read Pet Sematary. I think probably that was the first book I ever read by Stephen King when I was about 11, probably 11 or 12, something like that. And I read it again because I was like, I really liked that whenever I was young, and I was like, this is so boring.
Yeah, you didn't like it as older.
My first one was Christine. I read Christine, Firestarter. Those are like my first two, I think. And
I just read Christine like a couple of years ago. I really liked it.
I liked it too. I don't like scary books anymore. My taste has changed.
I said I think my taste in horror has changed a lot because me and my friend like Buddy read like horror all the time, and I'm in a horror group, and they're always like, because I always like, well, it was okay. I give it like 2 stars, or like naturally she gives it 2 stars. Let's see if Stormy's gonna like this one, and I'm like, I think I don't like horror anymore.
Maybe it's time to leave the group.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Maybe.
Jessica Lynn.
I love musical theater so much.
Me too.
Oh, yes.
And Cajun said, yes, Tim Curry and Alan Cummings read Winnie the Pooh.
I love it. I love that idea.
I just can't hear Tim Curry, oh, a smattering of honey. I just can't even hear him. I'll love a smattering of something sweet.
There's a rumble in my tummy.
There's a rumble in my tummy. Oh, Pooh. Oh, bear.
That's funny because I can now that you're saying it.
T-I-double-ger.
Funny.
I think that's perfect. Well, what can I say? I mean, I think that works.
There you go. And Jessica agrees with you, same Tiffany. I'll pass on that audiobook.
Exactly.
He said, rainy and snowy, I read more unless it's Hallmark season.
Good point.
There you go. Elena said, just came back from martial arts. Oh, very cool.
Nice. Excellent.
I'm with Lee. Fall all the time, and I'm good to go. Inclement weather is perfect for reading. Like nothing like getting a snow day and you're stuck at home and you have no choice but to make hot chocolate and read a book,
Except
I mean,
if
what
I'm
else are you
reading.
gonna do?
I get too cold. I don't like being cold. That's why it's summer, because I don't like being cold.
If it's
I wish
snowy,
I
I'm in it. I'm going to be out in it if it's snowing.
Not me unless I have to. I hate snow. I used to love it when I was a kid. We used to make the most awesome like snowmen. Like we made a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Me and my dad would get out there with us. I mean, it was huge. We made this, we made Scooby Doo's weight and all this. But now it's like I don't even want to put my foot outside when it's snow on.
No, thank you. No thanks. Oh, Jay said, my book is one in the series Dark Urban Fantasy Romance, Mythical Creatures, Modern New York City, Mafia-like Organization. It's adult. Have the next 3 books outlined and the last one about 50% outlined.
That is awesome.
Really interesting.
Thank you for sharing. That is really cool.
Lloyd Anderson was great. I have the whole series. Black Cauldron is probably the next best known. Jay said, I have 3 spin-offs, a few novellas planned in this universe. Oh, very cool.
Wow.
Very
Awesome.
cool. Jackie said, I'm with Sonia. September is my BD month too. Read whatever I want. Vicki Delaney, next Christmas book is out.
Ooh, yes. Yes, Jackie. One of my favorite series.
I have not. I've not read The Mysterious Benedict Society. Not familiar with it, but I would totally check it out.
There you go. He said, maybe I'll devote Friday morning's show to it. There's a lot of romance or sci-fi fantasy this week. Yes, Storm. It helps that I don't have a lot of followers yet. It's just my 2nd month. You have last time I checked, 87 followers. So you're doing pretty good for just your 2nd month.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and it's early morning too. Whenever you do your early morning chit chat, and so I always miss it because I'm like, man, I'm walking at that time because that's when we.
And comparatively to the point that Storm was making, none of us have the type of following that she was talking about. Like some of these people have 400 or 500 people in their chat. And
I think I've noticed the most that I've had viewing me
at
one time whenever I'm hosting a live is 50, and then I'm like, oh, there's 50 people watching me.
Yeah.
That was whatever, a couple weeks ago.
I'd be like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was like, there was 50 people in there. Can you believe that? And I mean, I know there's people that probably have thousands and are just like, who cares? Wait, where did I go now? Stupid thing. Ginger Lee, I was interviewed at the wrestling matches last Saturday. It's a podcast. CNB knows if you want to on YouTube. Yes, I'm going to write that down.
Oh, that is awesome, Ginger.
Well, that's cool.
Ooh, I'm excited. I need a new podcast too. CNB knows. Perfect. Thank you. And
no way. I just saw Jackie's comment a few down.
all right.
Sorry. I'm ahead of the game. Sorry.
Okay. I was the kid that played gas station and grocery store restaurant. I never wanted kids either. Gas station, that would have been a good one to play. Yeah. Look at now, I hate to go to the gas station now, but I'm that would have been fun back then.
I did play a lot of grocery store and more bakery than restaurant because my easy bake, I mean, my brownies are still in the oven, so I'll let you know how they all turn out.
I
But-
played Demolition Derby. I had my 2 Hot Wheels cars.
I used to take my
We
big
played
wheel
some of
down
that
the
too.
stairs.
There you go.
I took the big wheel down the stairs. You'd hear ka-thunk, ka-thunk, ka-thunk. Yeah. I thought I was Daisy Duke.
There you go.
And I'm like, if I only had those Hot Wheels that I had whenever I was a kid, because they would be like worth a lot of money. But some of them wouldn't be, because I thought I was an artist too, and I repaint them. I don't like this color. Let's make it a different color.
Daniel said, I always loved working with little kids, but then they become teenagers.
I love my teenagers. Love them.
Daniel said, my godson just turned 14, but in my mind, she will still be 6 years old wearing a Minion t-shirt. Love that. Jackie said, I just ordered
That is amazing.
Cozy
This is
Murder
amazing.
Mystery today, and the hero is Bernie Sanders.
Oh my gosh.
Anyone else read this book?
I have not, but I need to know who the author is. That's the comment I was talking about. I was like, this is wild.
I'm not a Bernie fan, so no.
I just want to know who the author is.
Yeah, I need to know that too. And will he sit with his scarf and his mittens? Because
Right, like in the little chair.
yes, that will be everything.
The viral meme that went everywhere.
Oh my gosh, everywhere.
Kay said, he was never scared of anything, and I did talk to him. He was old for his age, but smut is another thing. The thing is, can it really happen? But most horror is fictional. Smut happens every day. That's true. I don't like being cold either. That's why we make cocoa and get fuzzy blanket and read or watch a movie.
Yeah. I would have like all my blankets on top of me, and then I couldn't move so that I could be warm. But
Anita said, I'm getting tired, so I'm going to say good night. May everyone have a safe and blessed night and rest of the week. God bless. Same to you, Anita. Feel better. People saying good night to her. And just said, yes, I played it with my bike and my friends, and the gas attendant would pump the gas and clean the windshield. They handled it. It was fun. Bless you. I think that's so fun.
Excuse me. Thank you.
Nadine said it, Jackie, is the Bernie book by the author who wrote the Obama Biden mysteries. I read this one, like them. Bless you. I was thinking that's who it was by.
Thank you.
I have a guy at work who never says bless you when people sneeze, so I don't say it back to him, but I say it in my head, but just not out loud to him, because that's the level of petty I like to live at. Bless you.
Thank you. Thank
And
you.
then we have another girl at work. If she sneezes more than 4 times, I'm not exaggerating, it's over 25. And then she can't catch her breath. Her eyes are watering.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it goes on. It goes on.
Yeah.
I said, I was happy to take those kids who became teenagers. I taught high school for almost 20 years.
Yes.
Jason said, bless you. We had a gas station at the end of our block, and the attendant would add air to my tires and wash the windshields on my bike. I thought it was so cool.
That's
Oh,
all.
that-
That is. PK said, not a fan, but it's called Feel the Burn by Andrew.
that is the one that wrote the
Obama Biden thing.
Yeah.
So Marcus cuts and dyes my hair for me, but whenever I have to cut my sideburns, I always say it's time to cut my Bernie Sanders.
That's
So,
fun.
that at Cajun, yes, I forgot they would also put air in my bike tires too. Apparently, we really missed out on playing gas station.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Why wasn't I playing gas station? Guess it's better than playing doctor.
That's true. That's true. Especially if you had a brother who was trying to hurt you before he fixed you, it was like, no, I don't need you to hit me with a hammer in the knee. I'm fine. It's
Right. And let me
fine.
shoot you in the knee with a pellet
Me
gun.
and my brother used to play Rambo.
There you go.
My brother and I used to play He-Man.
We had these
Yeah,
like
She-Ra.
these like little mounds and stuff out there in the yard too, so we could like run over and jump over it.
There was a movie called Beastmaster. I don't know if anybody remembers that
Yes.
movie.
Yes.
Yes.
There was these things that they're like huge bats or something. I don't know what they were. I don't remember, but they would like grab you and shake you and you would like go to dust and bone. And my brother would always run up behind me with a blanket and I would get so freaked out that yeah. I mean, I was little, but
Yeah. That's part of having a brother, though. There you go.
You know, and get this, I love to read. I like to read the horror books, but watching it was a whole different story. Like I tried to watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre when I was probably about 10 or 11 or whatever it is, and because my parents loved that, and I was watching and watching, and I'm like, okay, this is okay, but then the lady's running and running, and she falls down, and you hear the no 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 no, and I said, I'm done. I went in my room.
But something in a book, and she's like, "This is so boring."
Something in a book, and I was like, "Oh, this isn't too bad."
That's funny. Daniel said, "Jackie, I bet you are a wonderful high school teacher." And Annie said, "I played cars a lot with my brothers.
Yeah.
They always called it Joe's Garage."
Oh.
PK, yes, it was the same author. And Tiffany, go for the record of sneezes.
Oh, for sneezing. True.
Tiffany's sneezing because she's getting tired.
Probably.
And Ginger said, "Lee, there are several clips. I'm the one in the yellow shirt. Please let me know what you think. I absolutely will." And Jackie said, "The cover of the Bernie's book has him with his mittens. The idea made me laugh so hard I had to get it." Yeah, Tiffany, Beastmaster. Haha. That's funny.
It was terrifying.
Yeah. I remember one time I was watching Friday the 13th with my brother. He fell asleep on the couch behind me. But then he woke up and had like no idea what was going on. And like right next to my ear, he's like, "What are you watching?" And oh my God, I freaked out because I thought he was awake just watching it behind me.
Oh.
That's why I don't let people sit behind me anymore.
We watched I think it was one of the Night of the Living Deads or whatever it is at my aunt's house, and her boyfriend at that time liked that surround sound, and he had things all hooked up, and there's all this stuff. And whenever you have it like that, like you'll have one speaker that does like background noises, and then you have the other speakers do all the other voices. And she was sitting beside one of those that had the background noises, and so in the background you hear this brains and like leaf shuffling,
yeah.
and she was looking over.
Where's that coming from?
She's like, "Did you say that? Who said that?"
Surround sound. Surround sound. Kay said, "LOL. I was always told to remember movies are not real, so I was never scared of horror movies / books, except the based on a true story ones. Those ones freaked me out a bit."
I was always watching like Murder, She Wrote with my Grammy and Golden Girls, and then we watched like the smutty TV shows like Falcon's Landing and Dallas Crest and all the, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, yeah.
Dallas, Falcon Crest, Knots Landing, you know, but we would watch that and that was okay. But we watched Golden Girls and she'd be like, "I don't know why you want to watch those dirty old women." And I'm like,
I was just watching the dirty younger ones.
You're just watching dirty younger ones. Yep. And Harlequins were not smutty. They were clean. And I'm like,
sure.
Right.
Depending on which line you read.
True. God bless her heart. God bless her. I miss her so much.
Oh.
Jackie said, "I watched Salem's Lot on TV as a teenager, home alone with all the lights off. That was stupid." There you go.
I was like 30 years old before I would even watch some of the, you know, what is the vampire movie with Kiefer Sutherland and
Lost Boys.
Yes, I was 30 something years old before I would ever watch that. I wouldn't watch Thriller, like the video with Michael Jackson. It scared me too much.
Well, Vincent Price's voice is creepy in that. So
he's from St. Louis. I love him.
His voice was so creepy. It definitely worked for that, but I get it.
Now, I love old Vincent Price movies when I was young. I would watch, if they were black and white, it didn't scare me. But if it was color, no
that
way.
made the difference. You could see the blood then.
Yeah, my parents, they watched a lot of like scary movies. That's like the thing they do. Like on Friday nights, go to the movie rental place and get, you know, your VHS, and they would pick out these spooky movies and things like that and watch them. So I thought I'd be big and try to watch it with them, but yeah, I wasn't.
You're like, no.
No, I remember in middle school, it was like scary movies were the big thing. And like, I got through Goonies and I thought I was cool.
Right.
So I'm with Tiff on the scary stuff. I was not a fan.
It wasn't until high school and a friend that I made there, and she was a huge horror person, and you go spend the night at her house and it was scary movies nonstop.
Yeah, see.
The way you said that, you said huge horror. I was not thinking you were going to say horror. I was a little bit shocked. She was
horror fan.
Oh my gosh.
And so we watched those like all the time whenever I was there. So then I got used to the spooky movies and stuff.
It's
Yeah.
desensitized.
I like horror. Well, all of those kind of scary stuff, like you were saying, was really big when you were that age. But even through college, like my friends during Halloween would they're like, come to the haunted houses with us. I'm like, absolutely not. And I worked at a grocery store and they were like, we're gonna embarrass you on the intercom. I'm like, you can balk like a chicken for all I care. I am not doing that. Like, that doesn't bother me a bit. Call me whatever you
Right.
need to.
When
The
I was
first-
in high school,
The
our
first
drama
like
club-
spook house I ever went to,
Oh,
I was like, are you supposed to be scary? They're trying to scare me, and they're like hockey mask, and I'm like, are you supposed to be scary? What are you supposed to be, an alien, or what are you supposed to be? And the people would get so mad at me. They'd get mad. They're just get out, just leave, because it didn't scare me. By that time, it didn't. None of that stuff scared me.
I have when I was in high school, our drama club always did the haunted house for a fundraiser. That's how we got money for plays and stuff. So when I was doing the bat, because I did the chainsaw, because you take the chain off of it, chase people, and you can't hurt them. It's just sound,
Right.
know.
Mhm.
So we put a big huge mattress in the first part. We covered it in dirt, so when you stepped, you sunk, and people freaked out.
Oh, I bet.
When
Yeah.
I started seeing the background of that, I could go into other ones and it didn't scare me.
Yeah,
It's like,
it's
yeah, I
not.
know what you did here. Like the puff of air that they blow everywhere, it's
Yeah.
just, that's all it is, but it freaks you out because you're like,
I was in one and it's dark and you're trying to find your way out, and I hit something soft and I go, and all of a sudden somebody's hand goes that way.
There's a lot of inappropriate touching in
Yes.
haunted houses. I just want to let you know, if you've ever worked in a haunted house, there's a lot of that. People get real handy.
Yeah.
Well,
Sonia, I worked at Shop
you
and
couldn't
Save.
see him. He's dressed all in
Oh, you
black.
went to Shop and Save, really? The more you shop, the more you save.
Every day.
At Shop and Save. Sorry, it's a St. Louis thing.
Oh, goodness.
Jessica said I was watching soap operas and Desperate Housewives at like 12 years old. There you go. Jackie, Lost Boys. Okay, movie, amazing soundtrack. Kay said, I think the first scary movie I saw was Nightmare on Elm Street 1, and I was 9. I used to spend the whole weekend watching the series.
Still haven't seen it.
No?
I've never seen
I'm
it.
originally from the middle of Illinois and an Amish community, and then I moved to the southern part of Illinois for college, and we were about 10 minutes from St. Louis, Missouri. So, and then I relocated to Florida in 2019.
I really just wanted to add to your story and say after Rumspringa, you decided not to stay with the Amish, and now you live your life. I just really wanted to add to your story. For all we know, that could be the truth, but you've told a different story. Jessica said, I was talked into riding on a haunted hayride, and I will never again with anything scary ever again. Nope, nothing horror ever again.
I love haunted hayride. I did things on haunted hayrides I probably shouldn't. So yeah,
Look at
we don't need to get into that story.
Yeah, I'm like, all right.
But they were fun.
A rated R story now.
It sounds like it.
Sprint
That wasn't that bad. I was young.
Jessica said I came off crying my eyes out and shaking. I don't blame you.
Aww.
In case Johnny Depp is in the first one, the first Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah.
Can she live that made me snort? I just feel like if somebody doesn't know her, we can just add to her story. And Jackie said, what was growing up in an Amish community like? I have so many questions now. Did you ever think of converting?
I do. Funny, when my husband and I met the first time he went home with me, and we had been together for a couple of years by then. But anyways, he went home with me. He was like, we should convert to Amish. And I was like, well, why don't you spend 1 week there during the winter and 1 week there in the summer and let me know how you feel about this whole situation. We'll check back in. And I was like, you can eat the food even though you're not Amish. Oh, okay. Well, then he was done. But
That's like, most of them will sell to you or whatever. So
Yeah.
you can still eat.
I love the slow living of the
Yeah,
Amish.
absolutely.
I love the whole, making your own and doing it. I mean, I absolutely love all of that. But yeah, I like air conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Feel
running
like
With
water.
the price of gas these days, we might need to go back to horsing it.
It's true.
Yeah, running water, electricity. I
Yes,
Yeah.
I want to. When I
But-
go to the bathroom, I want all the facilities to work.
Mm-hmm.
But I do agree. Like the simpleness. I love the canning and the preserving and the
Same.
just
Well, the
appreciate
slower
that.
living, like when you see
Yeah.
Amish people, they don't look like they're always, we're always,
Right.
gotta go, and they're very just. I love that.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Yes,
We missed you too.
Hi, Sarah.
Somebody used the word delightful, and we missed you.
Yeah,
Sarah.
I thought as exactly. I thought of you. It's like, oh, Sarah.
Yes, but now that we're at the end of the comments, and I know it is 5 to 10, and Tiffany does not stay up this late.
I'm surprised she hasn't turned into the pumpkin yet.
I know. I'm gonna let her answer this last question here. I would not mind that either. Except the bathroom and the YouTube. How would we do split?
Exactly.
Very true.
We have to all
Right?
sit in a field together.
That's true. Now I'm instantly thinking of David from Schitt's Creek, sitting with all his black on, sitting in a field.
Yes. Well, in Amish, they travel for church each week. They literally just move pews and have it at somebody else's house each week.
Mhm.
So it would be like book club, only, we would just.
I do have a
Yeah.
really nice back porch, and I have a fire pit, and everyone could be welcome.
There you go.
Exactly.
There you go. We have a plan. All right, but that's the end of it. I know Tiffany's got to go to bed. I got to get to bed. Some people are in a different time zone. They might not have to go to bed just yet. So,
It is
That's
10
the thing.
o'clock
It's
here.
always later for you guys than me. So.
yeah.
Yeah, and it's really late for me. It's 9:55.
Yeah, this is very late for you, Tiffany.
Yes.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you, Sonia, for coming on to our
Yes.
live. Appreciate it.
Thank
And
you.
I guess PK's doing them tomorrow. Doing sprints tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. I don't know about Friday. Saturday is.
And she does them in the mornings if you're an early bird.
Yes. Yeah.
Lee, do you have anything new coming on your channel?
Tomorrow, I have the summer book haul that I'm now about to edit and post.
Excellent.
Excellent. I really enjoyed your How I Rate books
Oh, thank you.
that you did. I found
Yeah, I
it.
know. I need to do that one because
It was really interesting to hear like everybody's answers too about how they did stuff. So it was kind of I enjoyed that part of it too. So thank you. Oh, PK said really quick, no sprints in the morning show, just new releases.
Okay.
just chit chat.
And yep, sprinting 6:05 Mountain, 8:05 Eastern, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at Bookie Monsters. So go check
Excellent.
it out there if you want to do sprints.
Storm,
All
do you have anything new coming up?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
I
I'm
heard-
sorry. If we need to end, we can. I was just curious.
I'll have my wrap up hopefully tonight after I get it finished editing, and then have a book haul.
Awesome.
What about you, Tiffany?
I think Thursday. I think I have it set for Thursday, but one day this week might be Friday. I'm starting a new series like hidden gems or authors that don't get as much
They're not talked about as much.
that need more hype, that are worth the hype, that just we hear about the same authors a lot. And so I just want to get other authors out there that have, books to look into. So I don't know. I'm calling it like hidden gems of cozy mysteries or something like that.
Underrated, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like underrated, maybe I don't want to offend anybody because that might sound like, so I was
Right.
like, just books that I feel like need more hype, and stuff like that. So
And
That'll be
Sonia's
really
going to be
nice.
working on her first video, so
Yeah.
she's ready.
I didn't say
Gang
I
up
didn't
on
say a
Tony
word.
Day.
I just want to point that out. I am
Listen, Tiffany, you did this to me before I started my channel too, so I'm
Mhm.
just paying it forward. So
and look how far you've come.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
now she takes credit for it.
I'm totally kidding. I'm getting too happy. I mean, too tired. So I'm
Yep.
like,
She's
That's
getting
right.
snappy.
There you go. Oh, and Elizabeth's here real quick. She said, I've been here for a little while too. It has been enjoyable.
hi,
I need to find
Did you stop
Elizabeth
going?
on Discord because we need to talk about the same series, the Brie Baker series. I need to find her.
There you go.
Thank you so much for having me. This was so fun.
Oh, thank you for coming on. And
Anytime you need a body, I'm here.
anytime you want to come on, that's it.
All right.
All right, guys. Bye. Thank you so
Bye.
much.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thanks.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Lee.